Hey everyone, in this class we're going to be going over a more classic Angola sequence. So this sequence is a really good introduction to movements that are very common in Capoeira Angola, and we're just going to start working through it a little bit. It's going to have a different objective with your kicks, different height, everything else like that, but it's a great intro to the style of movement that you'll see in those kinds of games. So with that, we're gonna warm up. We're not gonna get too super active because again, we're not kicking super high, and we want to make sure that we're warming up for the class we're about to do. So first things first, I just want you to roll your shoulders forward here. And when you roll your shoulders forward, I want you to really focus on pinching your shoulder blades together in the back and then kind of scooping your chest in the front. So really open and then close. Open and then close. Good. One more. All right, and backwards. Good. So really getting those shoulders going here, working on your chest and your back to get the muscles opened up and activated. It'll be very important with some of the movements we're going to do today. All right, one more. Good. So now we're gonna just do some big arm rotations forward here, and same kind of concept. Try and squeeze your shoulder blades together on the way back and clap your hands in the front. If you're not able to get your hands super far back, that's perfectly fine. All right. We're just, again, opening up, warming up those shoulders, getting them used to some rotations, making sure that when we go to do our movements today, we're good to go. All right, and one more, last one here. Good. And backwards. There's always the other side in Capoeira class. So if you do something forwards, you should probably do it backwards. All right, good, good, good. Keep going. Last one. Excellent. So now we're gonna warm up our back a little bit. And we're gonna twist. So as I twist, I'm gonna rotate the opposite foot. So if I'm twisting to your left, I want my right foot to rotate like this. Boom. Just to remove any sort of strain on my knee. And we're just gonna twist and follow that hand as you go back, making sure that you're getting a solid twist in there. Make sure you're breathing as you go too. And when you should you breathe out as you twist. Two more. Good. All right. Now, hands on our hips. We're going to do some hip circles, some hip rotations. So here, make sure you have a nice base, wide base here. And go here. 1, 2. Good. We are going to be doing some kicks with this sequence, so you want to make sure that your hips are nice and open, especially if you work in a desk and you're trying to get in a quick capoeira workout or wrapping up your day with a capoeira workout. You want to make sure that after you've been sitting for a long time, your hips aren't going to complain. So good. Two more. 1 and 2. Perfect. Switch directions. Troca. Good. Really making sure you lean forwards and back with that hip, moving it in and out. Excellent. All right, two more. 1 and 2. Good. So in this instance, we're also going to be moving side to side. So you're gonna drag that hand down and at least try and touch your knee on each side. So first going to the left. So 1 and 2, 3. Just getting that side to side motion. Opening up your side, opening up your hips that way. Two more. And 1 and 2. Good. Now we're gonna actually do a nice a nice movement, sorry about that, that we do in class a lot. So we're gonna go back into a ginga position. We're just gonna lift our knee up, out, and then back in. So up, put it back, into out, put it back, out to in. And then we're going to switch our feet, do the other side. Up, into out, out to in. And switch our feet. You don't have to go super high with this. We're just trying to open up and get our hips moving again. It's really important in capoeira to make sure that your hips are nice and warm and mobile before we start to train, because otherwise they're gonna complain, you won't kick as high, you could possibly get injured. So you wanna make sure you're getting a nice hip opener as you warm up. Good, up, out, in. We're also doing it with our knee bent because the goal is mobility and motion as opposed to stretching or realistically seeing how high we can kick. Today's kicks, we're only gonna go hip height, so we don't have to get too crazy with that kind of a warm-up. All right, here. Last one. Good. And then finally, we're gonna do some knee rotations. So feet together, knees together, hands just above your knees. You can go down to the balls of your feet, but I want you to rotate one way, then the other. And just kind of keep going like that for a little bit. Get those knees nice and moving. Good, 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 good. All right, we're gonna do two more here. 1 and 2. Perfect. So, like any good capoeira sequence, we're gonna start off with ginga, okay? So, I'm not gonna get into the difference of a Capoeira Angola ginga or a Contemporânea ginga or Regional ginga. There are stylistic little stamps to each one, but today we're gonna focus more on the kicks in the sequence. So just do your ginga and we'll do the movements together, all right? So here, ginga with me. Good. I will say today's class, we're gonna be nice and easy moving. Angola can move quickly, but we're not gonna do that. Not today anyway. So, dois, and freeze here with your right leg back. We're just gonna do a meia lua de frente, all right? So I'm gonna step up here, and I'm gonna do a meia lua de frente with my left leg. And again, I'm not gonna kick higher than my hip. In Capoeira Angola, you tend to kick a little bit lower because you're forcing the other person to move. You're driving them into the ground, making them respond. So here, I'm gonna come up and across. Good. And back. We're just gonna do a couple meia lua de frente together, just like that. Nice and easy, all right? 1, 2, 3. Here. And again, nice and little. Good. 1, 2, 3. Excellent work. Good. 1, 2, 3. All right. 2 more. 2, 3. Make sure you're breathing out as you kick. Again, these kicks don't need to be high. 1, 2, 3. We are driving them into the ground. Good. So now we're gonna add on to this. We're just gonna Legos it, right? Build, build, build. So 1, 2, 3. We're gonna do that meia lua de frente still. But as we come back, I'm going to step out because I've kicked and now I'm going to escape. We're going to do a negativa de Angola. So as I do this, I'm actually gonna go into the kick a little bit and I'm gonna put my knee to my elbow. I'm not cranking it, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create a solid wall, a dynamic guard between their kick and my face and my ribs. All right, the important stuff. So here, and I get low, and this hand stays here. I'm doing a dynamic guard so that my guard moves as their kick moves. All right, so I'm gonna go here, hand down, and then guide that kick over my head. All right, and then up. That hand is there to protect still, and I come up. Good. We're gonna do the other side. 1, 2, 3. Gonna step up, do that meia lua de frente. Come back. I sink my hips. I'm not just bending at the waist. Sink your hips. Boom. Here. And I start to watch it go over. There's a possibility that their kick is actually on my forearm. I'm just gonna guide it right on over. Making sure that my knees are pointed at you or at my partner. If they're pointed at the ground, my hips are gonna be off, or I'm gonna be twisting in a weird way. So here. Good. And up. And back. Excellent. We're gonna do a couple of those together now, okay? So we're gonna just do 4. Here. 1, 2, 3. Stepping up. That meia lua de frente. Come back. I've sunk my hips down, and I'm doing the dynamic guard all the way down and through. And good. Coming up. And ginga. 1, 2, 3. Kick. And back down. Now you may have noticed that I pointed my toes on that kick. Again, stylistic difference. It's okay if you point your toes in a Capoeira Angola game if you're going slower with it. If you make contact like that, you could tweak your ankle. That's why we don't do it a lot in Capoeira or regional. So you can point, just don't make it a habit for other types of games. 1, 2, 3. Here. Blocking. And down. Wonderful. One more time on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Good. Excellent. So now we've got that in there, we're gonna add on to it. We're gonna switch our legs and add in a meia lua de compasso. All right? So here, 1, 2, 3. You're getting the real experience. I do that in class all the time. So here, meia lua de frente. We do our negativa de Angola, and this is where you get mad at me because we're gonna hold here for a second. So from here, what we are gonna do is we are actually going to turn our hips and switch our feet. Okay? So, your left leg is closest to your hands. What I want you to do is now make your right leg closest to your hands. As you come up, boom. You're not popping all the way up. You want to stay low with it. All right? So you've shifted your feet, you've switched, and now you're in a real good position to readjust your hands and do a meia lua de compasso. Again, not super high, but you can walk it all the way around. Perfect. All right. There you go. So we're just switching and throwing that meia lua de compasso. Now, with this, yes, there are different groups that do meia lua de compasso. There's some call it rabo de raia. Some say you lead with your heel. Some say you point your toes to the ground. Just, when in Rome. When you go train somewhere, if your group trains a specific way, do that. I'm gonna throw a meia lua de compasso after the troca. If you'd rather throw a rabo de raia, do that. All right. So other side here. 1, 2, 3. Kicking with your right leg here. And we're going to escape. Good. And from here, again, your right leg is closest to your hands. You're gonna switch it so your left leg gets closest to your hands. So I'm gonna switch here. That time I didn't even move up, which is ideal. So here, I've just moved. My hips are a little bit different. They've shifted to face the floor a little bit more. And I'm on the balls of my feet. I'm not flat-footed. And this is when I push up, adjust my hands, and throw that meia lua de passo. And then yes, I am walking my hands around. I'm not whipping a meia lua de passo from there. I'm trying just to be a little bit sneaky about it. And I land low. I don't pop my head back up. Bad idea. Stay low, and then slowly come up into your ginga. All right, we're gonna do this, we'll say 4 times together. So here, 1, 2, 3, meia lua de frente, e negativa de Angola. Switch your feet, adjust your hands, and throw the kick. Good. Land it nice and low. Come up. And ginga. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Step up. Meia lua de frente. Negativa de Angola. Switch your feet. Push up. Adjust your hands. And throw that kick. Excellent. And ginga. Good. All right, 2 more, nice and smooth. 1, 2, 3. Good, that switch, adjusting, and the kick. Excellent. Now I'm coming back into ginga in a weird way because I'm trying to reshuffle and recenter. Do whatever you need to for the space that you're in. All right? So here, 1, 2, 3. Meia lua de frente. This is the last one we're gonna do till we add on. Here, switch, and kick. Good. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add on an au. This is gonna be our finisher, right? That end piece. So, ginga with me, and we'll add the au on afterwards. So here, 1, 2, 3. Meia lua de frente. And that negativa de Angola. Here, troca, moving your hands. Meia lua de passo. And now here, I'm gonna actually put it down to the side. I'm not gonna go all the way around because then I'd have to readjust anyway. I'm gonna stop it here, so 270 degrees, and then I'm just gonna step out with the au. All right, and back. So other side here, remembering we're gonna stop that meia lua de passo. So here, meia lua de frente, negativa de Angola, switch, kicking, and stopping 3/4 of the way through. And this way, I can readjust my hands and do an au back. Good. All right. So, big au, little au fechado, whatever one is comfortable, whichever one works for your space. All right. We're gonna do 2 of these together to wrap it up, and we'll enjoy the sequence. So here, 1, 2, 3. Meia lua de frente. Right down into that negativa de Angola. Troca. Meia lua de passo. Stop it. And au. Good. Last one. Smooth like butter, make it your best. Meia lua de frente. And negativa de Angola. Troca. Meia lua de passo, realizing I should have given you more warning, and au. All right, yeah. So, Sorry about hopping right into that last one. I got excited. I hope you caught up on that meia lua de frente and the negativa de Angola. But again, this is a nice introductory sequence for Capoeira Angola, for the stylistic movement, the way they kind of move, and some of the strategic elements too, like driving the person to the ground, making sure that you know where they're moving, and then that dynamic guard to not leave your body exposed. I hope you enjoyed the sequence. Keep practicing it, and I'll see you in the next video.